universal sound for fried chicken. The crispiest wings doused in like this sweet, savory kind of glaze, crispy and sticky. Here we go, my friends. These are my Japanese Nagoya Fried Chicken Wings. Okay, so the real secret to these wings is that you want to get the chicken so crispy that when you brush that sweet, sticky glaze at the end, you still keep the crunch. These are inspired by chicken wings that come from a very particular part of Japan in Nagoya, and I love these. I used to love eating them at my favorite Japanese restaurant in Bangkok, so I'm very excited about making them today. First off, we want to get going on the sweet and sticky kind of glaze. It's really easy actually. So add some soy sauce, turn that heat on as well. And I want some mirin. So mirin and sake, so I'm about to add sake as well. They're both alcoholic rice wines, but they both have a slightly different flavor. Mirin is a lot sweeter, so it adds kind of more sweetness. But yeah, it's kind of like adding two different types of alcohol. Alcohol is a really good flavor carrier, by the way. So it's not just, and it sort of gives some body to the sauce as well. So mirin and sake here, you could just go with the mirin, I think, if you wanted to leave the sake out. Just some options there. Some sugar as well here. And some garlic. And some ginger. Now you just want to let this simmer for about like almost 10 minutes or so. It's not going to get really thick, so you're not after, you know, thick caramel here or anything. I just want all of those flavors to make friends, and it just to thicken ever so slightly. Okay, so right now things are smelling very delicious. You've got the ginger and the garlic, and this is kind of the situation that you're after. So it's thicker, but by no means a really thick syrup. So that's what we're talking about here. I'll just show you what it looks like. And it will thicken up just slightly when it cools down a little bit. And the reason why I keep going on about the texture of this is that you don't want something that's too sticky and gloopy at the end, because that's how we're gonna keep our lovely crispy chicken really crispy. You'll see. Method to the madness. So this next part is all about how we get the crispy, crunchy chicken. So with this style of chicken wing, there's no heavy breading or coating or anything like that. It's just this really thin film of crispy chicken skin. So how do we get that? Well, start off with a few of your chicken wings in here. And the coating that we're gonna use is just plain corn flour. That's cornstarch also if you're in the US, same thing. So just a good dousing of that. Give that a mix. Now the oil temperature here is really important. So I try not to have too many gadgets around when I'm cooking, because I feel like you get to know things by sight a little bit better when you're relying on your own instincts. So I'm going to use this piece of technology, which is a wooden spoon. And for the first fry, because we're going to double fry here. So for this first fry, I want the oil to be like hot but not super hot. So if you were measuring, it'd be like about 160 Celsius. So dip your wooden spoon in, and I kind of want to see like almost like lazy bubbles. It's not furious bubbling, just a bit of like lazy bubble going on. That's looking pretty good. Okay, so just gently kind of place your wings in there. Now the reason you do this in batches is that if you overcrowd hot oil, the oil temperature drops, and that's when things start to get oily. So that's why whenever I'm deep frying, you know, I tend to not put everything in all at once. And I want to fry these guys for about 5 to 7 minutes. You'll see they'll have a really light kind of golden color. They won't be completely ready for the party just yet, because this is the first fry and we're just concentrating on getting the chicken cooked through. Okay, so this is what we're looking at after about 7 minutes. We've got wings that are probably almost cooked through. We've got a little bit of color, but we're not quite there yet. That's all cool. I'm gonna take these out and just drain them and let them cool down a little bit before we go in for our second fry. All right, so it's been a couple of minutes. My wings have just cooled down slightly, and I've got the heat back on my oil, and I want to make sure the oil is a lot hotter than it was last time. So I want some furious angry bubbles now. All right, that's looking pretty good. So I want to hear a really nice big when I get that chicken in there. I don't even know why I did that, because you're about to hear the actual sound, which is like way better. Universal sound for fried chicken. Now you do want to be careful here. No joking around the hot oil, all right? Actually, if you were measuring this, it would be about 180 Celsius. So let's go in here. Wasn't quite like, you get the idea. You can hear it now. Way hotter than before. So now this one is all about getting that really ultra glass shatteringly crispy skin. That's what we're all about for this fry. Now I just want you to let these guys go until they get that really lovely golden skin. It could be anywhere up to 10 minutes. So just keep an eye on them, move them around every so often just so they don't get like hot spots. Now we're really starting to look very magical here. So when your wings look a little something like this, that golden skin, that's when they're ready to come out. So just drain them on a baking rack. Okay, so that is literally like a tray of joy right there. All of that beautiful golden crispiness. If you have a listen here, it's like an orchestra. Not really, but you know, you get the picture. Makes me very happy. Let's go in with our glaze here, and like this is the whole magic of these wings, right? Because as I was saying at the beginning, like you have this really crispy skin, you're gonna put like a glaze on it, but it's still gonna stay crispy, which is pure magic in my book. So just liberally brush these guys. Now a sprinkling of sesame seeds. And there you go, my friends, like crispy, sticky wings. Pile them all up on a plate. Is this like a plate for one? Probably not, but it probably will be. I love these things. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this one. Oh, I love these things. Oh. I mean, it's so ridiculous. The crunchy, the glaze is so light, like it's not like sort of overly sweet. It's just a little salty. So good. I could eat these all day. Are you having any daks after this?
Please, I'm starving.
I'm having such a good time. Yum. Hey friends, I hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, why not hit the like button? And even better, I would love so much if you would subscribe and even hit that little bell button so you get notified every time I release a new delicious video. Thanks guys.